name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Alright, so I came across a couple tweets that made reference to Brook Shield. I didn't know what it was all about. So I just hop on Twitter and this is what I see here. I'm only sharing that because I see this video here. There's the caption that says LOL. So let's go into that. Okay, Brook Shield's podcast interview criticizing Meghan Markle quietly deleted. So there's all this here. King Charles, Daily Mail, okay, New York Post, GB News, Celebrity, okay, King Charles' goddaughter, India Hicks, mysteriously deleted video from her website of Hollywood, okay, King Charles' goddaughter wipes video criticizing Meghan Markle from her website after backlash, King Charles' goddaughter deletes video criticizing Meghan from her personal website. India Hicks removes the video of Brook Shield calling Duchess Meghan too precious. Alright, let's see here. Okay, let's pause. I didn't bother to hear what she had to say, so someone please explain. Okay, so this is it here. Brook Shield throws shade at Meghan Markle. Alright, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, come on.
God, did I tell you?
No.
Oh God, I don't know if you'll have to cut this out, but you might. I don't know. You'll decide later, okay?
This is the best bit of all.
This is the best bit of all. So,
She warned them. Now the backlash.
I don't know if I'm going to get hated, but I get a call from Katie Couric, and she's doing South by Southwest. Big. They're closing the middle arena. We're closing it out. We're the only one. It's thousands of people. It's Katie Couric, Meghan Markle, and a doctor. And Katie asks me to be a part of it. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. You know what? Just do it. Just go talk about what you need to. We get there. Katie asks the first question to Meghan and talks about how, at a young age, she was already advocating for women, etc. So she starts talking and telling a story about how when she was 11, and she keeps saying, well, when I was 11, I saw this commercial and they were talking about washing dishes and only soap for washing dishes was for women. And she said, I didn't think only women wash dishes. It wasn't fair. So I wrote to the company. And when I was 11, I wrote my first letter, and then I was 11, and she kept saying she was 11. So she writes to the company, they changed the text, they changed the commercial. And I go, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I guys, just interrupt you there for 1 minute. I was trying not to be rude, but I wanted to be funny because it was so serious. And I go, I just want to give everybody here a context as to how we're different. I said, well, when I was 11, I was playing a prostitute. The place went insane.
Then I think I heard this somewhere. That what she's making reference to. I think I saw it somewhere. That was a while back. Why does it sound so familiar to me? But let's continue.
And then luckily, it was more relaxed after that. And I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't think I'm rude. I'm not being rude. I was just sort of...
I think it's genius.
It was just too precious. And I was like, they're not going to want to sit here for 45 minutes and listen to anybody be precious, or serious, or...
Definitely not on this podcast. There's no pressure.
Well, no, but this was in front of... I mean, it was crazy. And then afterwards, she was kind of like, oh, okay. And I was like... let's just have some fun with it, but it was so
Katie
funny.
must have been brilliant because she's a wonderful moderator between the two.
She's so great. I mean, she does it in her sleep, I think.
Wow. Okay, let's see here. So she decided to be catty, as Meghan said. What does too precious means? English is not my first language. What have I missed? How did I miss whatever this is? He is scary. who's okay, go back. Okay, so that was that. Let me pause and see if there's any more about that. Okay, let's see here. I just went and typed Brook Shield and see what else they're saying here. Because that was maybe a couple days ago, the squad were making reference. They didn't think she was that type of a person, and I didn't hear too much about it until now. They got the click and attention they wanted. As for Brook Shield, what a shame. Agent of Shield or tracker. What the hell is this? Okay, forget that one. Let me like it so I could put them on the thing. So June 4th, Brooke Christa Shields, born May 31st, 1965, is an American actress working as a child model since the age of 11 months. Shields achieved widespread fame in 1965 at the age of 18. What else? The city is strong and resilient, and I'm proud to call it home, New York. I just saw the people post about Brook Shield criticizing Meghan. That was an hour ago. I find it strange that people rush to make a post about people who criticize Meghan, but never about people who defend her, like this woman. Okay, shit. Okay, Katie Couric brought up Meghan's early advocacy work when she was 11 years old and called out a commercial for being sexist and asked Meghan to tell the story. Brook Shield interrupted Meghan with, "When I was 11 years old, I played a prostitute." She later claimed it was to lighten the mood. Okay, we just hit the video here. That was back in 2024. Okay, this seems to be a bit more recent. April. No, that's old. That's old. Let's see here. Let's pause. When was that? 3 hours ago. Who's this? Okay, so there's one more I'm gonna add. Okay, also Brook Shields is an ugly male. Come on. Okay, that's not what I wanted to read. It's the video that I wanted to read. She just worked out. As a matter of fact, she almost become paralyzed while she was doing exercise. Something happened. I don't want to get into this part of being. Okay, Brook Shield can hide those. Glaring male born. Nah, she just worked out. Okay, I'm not trying to defend or anything. I could see she worked out. And then I was aware that an accident happened while she was working out. Okay, this one is 23 seconds. Let's listen.
What has this momentous birthday meant to you?
Freedom. Yeah. I'm just like, I feel so lucky to still be here, to be on a red carpet and have people even invite me. I got great kids.
Yes.
They like me. They want to be around me. I'm still working.
It's it.
I feel like it's just beginning for me.
What has this...
She still look good for 60. And you could see she doesn't do those kind of plastic surgery. So she's...
A few moments later.
Alright, so while I'm editing the video that I recorded a couple hours ago, and I went on X, and there's more tweets that's making reference to Brook Shield's situation. So I want to add to what I already recorded. Okay, so there's this one here. When that Caitlyn Jenner lookalike lied and that now deleted podcast clip with one of the King's relation, she says how she interrupted Meghan and said sorry to be rude, blah blah blah, and claimed Meghan said, quote, "When I was 11," end quote, about 11 times, which she didn't. She mentioned being 11 just 3 times, and she then interrupted Meghan. Meghan had already finished her point, and the audience clapped for her. Then Caitlyn Jenner, then Caitlyn Jenner lookalike started talking about how she played a prostitute at 11 years old. Audience laughed, but then erupt like she described it in the podcast, so look like she loves to embellish. Why do people lie about shit that can be verified with a quick search? Okay, so this is what this is making reference to. You've seen, well, from previous recording, because this right now it is June 11, and it is 1 o'clock. I'm recording this, and the first part was recorded in the afternoon. I don't remember if I mentioned the time when I started the recording yesterday. So there's some clips that shows different things in that video. But let's listen to this. It's 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Brook Shield supposedly dissed Meghan Markle for being, in quotes, precious. Was she being precious? All right, I'm going to show you the video.
Meghan, will you tell the story about when you wrote that letter to TNT? Because I don't know if everyone's heard it, but it's such a great story at a very young age, what you did. It's so fun. Yeah.
I might have shared this video with you in some past video when it first started, when it first came out. And it's not Meghan who brought it up. Okay, the way that Brook Shield was explaining it is as if it's Meghan who brought it up and then just went on talking nonstop about it. Okay, it's Katie Couric who brought it up and asked her, and Meghan was just responding to the question. Let's continue.
I was disrupted the flow. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's
but go ahead.
The conversation. That's what I love about interviewing Katie. I think it's okay. I was 11 years old, about 11 years old, and I had seen a commercial on TV for a dishwashing liquid, and the boys in my class at the time said, it said, women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans. And the boys said, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen. And at 11, I just found that infuriating and wrote lots of letters and put pen to paper, and they ended up changing the commercial to people all over America. And it's funny to look back at it now, because that was before social media, where you had a reach that was so much greater. It was just an 11-year-old with a pen and paper. But it just, I guess, goes to show that if you know that there's something wrong and you're using your voice to advocate in the direction of what is right, that can really land and resonate and make huge change for a lot of people. So the voice is not small, it just needs to be heard. Yeah, this is where we're
I was counting how many times she says 11 years old. It was only 3 times. 3 times. Okay, and now she finished her story. This is where Brook Shield is gonna say her thing.
This is one of the ways we're way different. When I was 11, I was playing a prostitute.
No, Meghan Markle was not being precious. Katie Couric asked her
That's fine.
a question and she had to answer. Why retell the story like in putting Meghan in a bad light, saying she was so precious? She was not acting so precious. She was not acting serious whatsoever. She was legitimately just answering the question.
That's right.
So this makes me wonder, what was your intention there, Brooke, by dissing Meghan? Was it like ingratiate yourself to the royals? I don't know. It was kind of yucky. What do you think?
Yeah, I wonder too, because that thing, where all of them were on stage, it went well. Why brought it up? So which means there's an ill intention of her for bringing that up again.
Yeah, baby. Thank you for tagging me in the original video.
All right, let's see some of the comment. Why will Charles' goddaughter post it? Because of money. What else? And the things that's going on to make the godfather look good. Okay, you know why? Anything to stir up hate and discord toward Mrs. Sussex. Brook Shield is jealous of Mrs. Sussex beauty and I don't think beauty has anything to do with her saying these things. Brook Shield, well, she's getting old. This is why I don't really focus too much on beauty when I'm doing my thing, because when you're young, your skin is tighter and your beauty come out, and then as you get older, things change. So Brook Shield was pretty. She's still pretty. She's still growing based on her age, aging gracefully, but she has her own beauty. I don't think she really cared too much about, well, I don't know. I don't follow her, so I don't know. Again, this is why I really don't like to talk about beauty, because as you age, things change. But I don't know her intention for bringing a situation, an event that went very well back up, and then to throw shade at Meghan. Okay, so I'm just gonna disagree with the beauty part, because beauty is in the eye of beholder, and Brook Shield, at her age, when she was younger, she had her own beauty. She still looked good. But anyway, let's continue. Intellect. Okay, she knows it will make her godfather happy. After all, the godfather is complicit in everything that is happening. Must have unpaid bill that she's hoping Charles III will pay for engagement, of course. Yeah. Alright, let's go back. Okay. You got me a Caitlyn Jenner lookalike. Yeah, I was I had to read it a couple times. Caitlyn Jenner. Exactly. There was no need for Brook Shield over dramatized recap, especially when there's video. She's giving context like we can see for ourselves. Meghan was asked and she responded. Yeah, that was that. I hope people do better and refrain from inviting Jenner lookalike anytime Meghan Sussex will be there. Let this be the last time she's this close to Princess Meghan. And then in one of the videos that I recorded earlier, someone put, they were talking about her muscles and stuff like that, but I was mostly focusing on the video. That she was saying that she's like feeling very gracious for being invited because she's been in the business for so long. So she probably just ruined it, or I don't know, maybe due to the way the environment politically in the US things is changing, maybe she might be invited more because for saying what she just said. But in true nature of reality of sensitivity, I don't think she'll be invited anymore from this group of people with sensitivity, respect, and understanding. I think she's done. But if it's the current environment right now, the way politically things is shifting, maybe she will be invited more, if you know what I mean by that. But well-minded people, that's it. Let's leave it as that. Because she knows British toxic media isn't going to verify. She knows they're going to run with that story with the most vile headlines against Meghan. Disappointed at Brook Shield for being such a low life. White women always gotta show their true colors. Yeah. Okay, Brook Shield and the haters' recollection did vary that day. That is true. Unfortunately, yeah. Why must people try so hard to put Meghan into their box? Okay, definitely someone whom should not be invited into your home for sure. Okay, so Brook Shield basically lied her ass off. I wonder why. Exactly, she was asked to tell the story. She didn't just tell the story. That's what I'm saying. They asked her. It's not like she brought it up and flashing it at everybody saying, oh, I was 11, I did. No, Katie Couric asked her the question and she was answering. And she only mentioned the, at least from what while I was listening to it, she only mentioned the 11 years old 3 times. Okay, welcome back, my friend. Okay, so there's one more I saw about India Hicks. That's the goddaughter of Prince Charles. I'm telling you, the squad or something, they went and dig up things. Okay, India Hicks, King Charles' goddaughter. So there's that here. Prince Charles' goddaughter brings out the colors of the crown, arrested for theft. Why? That was back in 2020. Okay, royal theft. Princess Charles and Princess Diana's bridesmaid, India Hicks, admits stealing $867 designer coat from Harrods. My God, 2020. The goddaughter of Prince Charles has admitted stealing an expensive designer coat from Harrods. Socialite India Hicks, who was bridesmaid at Charles and Diana's wedding, admits shoplifting £680 Max Mara coat from Heathrow Harrods. Okay, so there's all of that. I mean, they have the means. Why? Well, this is what they're good at stealing stuff. Prince Charles' goddaughter branded a theft. India Hicks, who was a bride, okay, same thing is being repeated. My goodness. Well, now, I have always sensed these people hating on Meghan Sussex directly or indirectly have deep-seated issues. I hope they heal and find new focus with their lives. Wow, the real stories are coming out. She's a kleptomatic and cloud-chasing clown. Let me see. Well, let's stop now. Okay, so I just came across these and I thought I'd share it with you.
A few moments later.
So I'm gonna add more to the video because there's more things that's coming out and it is now trending. Earlier it was not trending, so more people are tweeting about it. So there's this tweet here. My opinion of Brook Shield has changed. Okay, what did she do? Did somebody respond? Okay, what? Yeah, asking, did she do anything? Did I miss something? Right, never like her small a shower. I don't know what that is. I canceled her yesterday. White fragility at play. Okay, I read up, gonna black her. She's a wash up cloud chasing nobody, grasping for attention now. What did I miss? Okay, so there's more. Let's add to it. And then I'm gonna go on the trend to see. Just skim through it really quickly. Alright, so there's that by Brook Shield. Okay, so the squad are done with them, all different people. Okay, jealousy is a disease, aging, irrelevant, unaccomplished. Brook Shield has caught it up. I'll not say I don't think she's unaccomplished. She has accomplished her whatever she's done since she was younger till whatever. But the thing I just don't understand, why bring something that, like some other tweet have said, can be verified and it didn't go the way she said it? Why did she bring this up? Literally hit her now. All that empathy for her abuse, filled childhood down the drain. F that racist, insecure, and narcissist bully. She is very insecure. That I could understand, the insecurity part. I mean, I don't understand why she's insecure, but what the squad are saying here, or whoever's saying that, I agree with. Insecure for what? She has done her thing, her time. I don't know. Okay, so let's go into the trend here. Let's see what. I'm just going to go through it really quickly. This video I've already shared, so I'm not going to play. Okay, shame on Brook Shield. Meghan Sussex names support thousands of people who should be thanking her instead of dragging her name through the mud and wanting to hurt her. She pays your bills, and one day you pay for the hurt you do to her while using her name for a living. Sussex cried. Ashley Kentley. Okay, let's see here. Meghan Sussex simply answered a question posed by another questioner who wanted her to talk about the publicity she's managed to change at the age of 11. It's truly revolting that these days, if someone wants to revive their moribund career or simply make a name for themselves, the only way is to denigrate Meghan and drag her name through the mud. It's just not fair. Brooksheild has simply jumped on the Meghan hate bandwagon, and I'm not even surprised. I didn't expect that from her. I really did not expect that from her. From Brook Shield.
Brook Shields.
Okay, I've shared this video already. Of course she did. I could understand why Brook Shield would talk about playing a prostitute at 11 when attending a women conference. She thought Meghan's story about making a positive change for women at 11 was boring. It's very sad. Okay, let's go to that. This is the video where she mentioning it. Again, I'm gonna include that from what I recorded earlier, so I'm not gonna play that again. The bitterness she has because she knows she had a mom who did not protect her against men who were vultures showing up as a snark toward a woman who was actually allowed to be a child by her single parent is crazy work. Brookshield needs to heal. That's a very good point. And she put a Vanity Fair thing here. Let's see here. India Hicks removed the video of Brook Shield calling Duchess Meghan too precious. Let me go on this. Let me read some of the comment here. Yeah, I honestly think her comments were born from shame. On one hand is an 11-year-old working to uplift all women, and on the other hand you have an 11-year-old showing women in the worst light. That's a very good point. Wow, that's not all how that segment went down. Meghan was asked to tell the story and the age was mentioned once. Well, I counted, it was 3. This is beyond embellishment, and she did it just to try and make herself look better. Brooke actually made the atmosphere uncomfortable for the panel. I watched it on YouTube. It was so out of place. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, people laugh and then move on. But now for bringing it back up again and then to make it seems, by putting Meghan down, I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with her. I know I don't agree with her, but why did she have to do that? Okay, she does know that 95% of audience was there to see Meghan and not her, right? That's a very good point. She does know that like 95% of the audience was there to see Meghan and not her, right? What alternate universe, is she remembering as though she saved the panel? Laughing my ass off. Girl, okay? This is straight up gossip. She didn't need to tell her story, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Why did she have to bring it up? What was the point of it anyway? She did this because she disliked Meghan, just like all the other hateful, bitter ones. I think so too. Okay, funny Brook Shield, whose mother sold her to the highest bidder in Hollywood, talking about Meghan being precious and laughing at being cast as a prostitute at 11 years. Brook Shield, the intellectually stunned. Okay, I think this is her Brook Shield way of trying to get attention, since nobody pays attention to her anymore. I get it. She's getting old and wrinkly. Again, that's the beauty part. Again, why did she bring it up? There was no reason for it at all. Okay, I've supported Brook Shield my whole life, but if that was meant to mock Meghan, it really stinks. This isn't fun. It's mean, and it's not the Brook Shield I like. Yeah, it's very sad. I did like her. I don't follow her, but these are the things similar to I was aware of Meghan and all of that. I didn't follow her, but when the negativity started, I follow her, and I'm doing video about her. The same thing with Brook Shield, but I don't follow her still. Now that she put this thing out, talking about Meghan in this manner, the kind of again, I don't follow her for me to support her. Like, for instance, I was aware she was doing exercise and she injured herself. She almost became paralyzed, so I was aware of all of that. I used to look at her in a positive way, let's just say, in a positive way, despite her childhood and upbringing and things like that. But now that she said things like that, it makes me look at her in a different way. Okay, Brook Shield is not a moderator. It's not up to her to change topics. She has controlling tendencies. It's also weird that she's mentioned anyone by name, said it was unnecessary jab. That was one of Meghan's first appearances after years of being brutalized by UK press. That's a very good point. Brooke wasn't trying to be funny. She's your typical hater. I say she's also showing her age, but that of course will be rude. Okay, seems like Brooke felt intimidated by Duchess Meghan, and she was trying to put Meghan in her place. The microaggression of it all, yikes. Okay, or white women too, okay. There was no reason for her to bring it up, and I think she was fully aware what she was about to say in that particular podcast. She was like, you're probably gonna delete this, da da da. She knew, she was fully aware what she was gonna say. Okay, let's see here. Of course she did. I can understand why Brook Shield would talk about playing a prostitute at 11 when attending a women conference. She thought Meghan's story about making a positive change for women at 11 was boring. I just can't believe she did that. I mean, in terms of beauty, okay, there's the age difference, okay, that we cannot change. But at her age, when she was 40, she, Meghan's age right now, she had the beauty of that specific age. It's not like she was an ugly person. She's still not ugly, even though as she's aging. But why did she have to say this nonsense to put Meghan down? This is the part I don't understand. In terms of beauty, you cannot compare someone who's 60 something with a 40, or 40 with a 20-year-old. Okay, the difference, the age gap is there. Okay. But if you look at them in their respective age group, both of them are still beautiful. But why did she have to do that and say the thing that she did? I don't understand. Okay, the bitterness, I think I shared that. Okay, India Hicks removed the video of Brook Shield calling Duchess Meghan too precious. Alright, so there's more people are talking about it now. It's trending now. Again, people are seeing it for what it is. The kind of thing that she probably was thinking she will get, let's say, back in 2020 in the UK, where some people in the UK back in 20 were probably disagreeing with how the tabloid were portraying Meghan, but they didn't say anything. But in the US, despite what's going on right now, the political aspect and things, people are still talking and speaking their mind in defense of Meghan because it was uncalled for. That's the thing. It was uncalled for. Again, I'm not going to talk about beauty or anything like that. They both, look at it. She was pretty here. Let's see this one.
You really are an exquisite looking young lady. I know you've been told that, but isn't she a pretty girl?
A lot of people would see you as a sex kitten.
This is all people, all guys talking a young lady like that. No, okay, let me go into that.
You really are an exquisite.
No man should ever see a child for anything other than a child. Yeah, that's very sick. It's very sick. Let me go through it really quickly. Look, she was very pretty based on her age there. My God. Even here. I'm saying my God because of the guys, the way they're talking to her. Look at her here. She's still gorgeous. There. This is sad, the way the guys... And then they're talking to her like that. That's sad. And then she came out and said this about Meghan. That's very sad. I'm very disappointed about that. Alright, so I think this is it. I'm not gonna add to this anymore. Uh-oh, I hope I don't mess it up. I just pick up the microphone. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made.